Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on when and where you are watching me from. In case it is your first time coming across this channel, welcome. And my name is Mary. I was born and raised in Africa, Kenya. And for the returning subscribers, thank you so much for always coming back to watch my videos. Yeah, today's video, according to the title, it is a get to know me video. Yeah, I was supposed to do this earlier, but God's timing is always the best. Yeah, so guys, before we continue, I'm not trying to look for sympathy. I'm just sharing with you my life experience, guys. Yeah, and it is a true life story. So guys, my journey started in the 1998 when my mom discovered that she was pregnant. It was in 1998 on either August or September there. Yeah, she discovered that she was pregnant with the sixth baby, and that's me. She was not ready to have another baby because she was already struggling to feed the other babies. Yeah. What she could think of was abortion. Yeah, she told me that she tried to abort me 3 times with no success. They called me a mistake, but I call myself God's plan. Yeah, and that was my first rejection. Yeah, I was rejected when my mom was pregnant with me. Yeah, and that's when my problem started. So guys, I grew up in a small village in a mud house. I faced rejection before even I was born. Yeah, and I don't remember that much about my childhood. Yeah, I decided to break that memory. Yeah, what I remember most is when I was a teenager. Yeah, that's when I started seeing the reality of life, and I faced rejection. I was about 14 years old, turning 15, when someone close to me made a mistake, and I used to be judged a lot, not because I committed a sin, but because someone else made a mistake, and I was being dragged along with that person. Yeah, villagers used to hate me so much, and some parents used to tell their children not to befriend me or not to be seen with me. Yeah, and that's when I learned how to be alone. I became a loner. Yeah, and I lacked emotional support. There was no one who was supporting me emotionally. I was just a teenager. Yeah, that incident affected me so much, and I used to be bullied a lot, even at school. I was a tiny shy girl who was defenseless. I was never given a chance to express myself, even by teachers at school. Yeah, I think that was a big rejection. Yeah, and I used to hate myself so much, even my own voice. I used to be quiet. People who knew me before, they can attest to that. I never used to be talkative, and I used to be so tiny. In the year 2015, I was living with my mom and my niece. Yeah, and there was a time my mom left. She left me behind with my niece for no reason. Maybe she was feeling exhausted, and the only thing she could do was leave me behind. I was schooling. I was just 16 years old, and my niece was about, I think, 8 years old. Yeah, and I was taking care of my niece alone. That thing affected me so much. My mom was gone for, I think, 3 months, and no one in our family used to reach me out to know how I'm doing. And not even my sister who left her daughter at home used to reach out on us. I had a phone and no one used to call me. Yeah, I was just a 16 years old who was trying to raise an 8 years old. I was still a baby trying to grow up. Yeah, I can say I matured early, not because I was supposed to, but difficulties made me mature early. I don't know how I survived those 3 months. Only God knows how. And after 3 months, my mom came back, and instead of feeling happy, I felt disappointed. Yeah, I used to ask myself, why could she leave us behind? She could have taken us along with her. And till today, we had never talked about that, and I'm not ready to talk about that with her. Yeah, because I don't know how she will react. Yeah, and she had her own reasons. Maybe she just wanted to take a break. Maybe she was exhausted. Yeah, although for me that was not a good idea. She could have told someone to look after us, but she just left. Yeah, she just left. She never told anyone to take care of us, and I was all alone. Yeah, years passed and I was done with my studies, and I was working in a certain barber shop as a masseuse, and our boss used to hate me so much. I don't know why. That was another rejection. Yeah, he used to call a meeting just to insult me. He used to joke about my looks. He used to call me ugly, and my co-workers used to laugh about that. Yeah, and I used to believe him that I was ugly. I believed that I was ugly. I mean, he could just use the word less attractive than ugly. Yeah, I wish I had that courage to defend myself at that time, but I was still shy and defenseless. I let those words slide. In all my 26 years here on earth, I have been facing rejection so many times, but rejection does not define who I am. Yeah, I can't talk about everything in here. Yeah, I just shared with you few incidences. Yeah, and all I can say is me and Ariana's that separation opened my eyes, and I decided to love myself more, and now I can defend myself, and I have courage. Yeah, the reason why I opened this YouTube channel is for me to heal from all that rejections. Yeah, and to encourage people who are facing rejection like me that they are not alone, and that does not define who you are. They called me a mistake, but I call myself God's plan. Yeah, God had a plan why I was born. Maybe he had a plan that one day I will change someone's life who feels that maybe they have reached the end. I remember there was a time I used to hate myself so much. I couldn't even face a camera to take a picture or to take a video like I'm doing today. Yeah, I used to hate my voice so much. Yeah, because I was never given a chance to express myself, and I'm glad that now I can do all that. Yeah, so guys, that marks the end of our video. If you have not subscribed to my channel, kindly consider subscribing, like, share as many times you can with your friends, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified when I upload a new video. Bye bye, and see you in the next one.